back down here to work on the 69, and I already got my girlfriend over there putting on the mirrors we painted up, as you can see here. Looks pretty decent. They're a little white for my liking, but it'll do all right. We're gonna try to get a little bit done this week. The wind is quite brutal out there. First things first, I'm gonna try to put the rear glass back in it. So I gotta get the old seal off, a new seal on, and try to figure out how that's gonna mesh together. So we'll get out there and get to it. Okay, I'm getting this old seal out. Quite windy out here, so we gotta be kind of conscious of that. And I don't want to bend up this trim too terribly much, at least. Trim pieces off in one piece, that way if we ever want to reuse them, we have them. I will lay them somewhere safe. Try not to break the glass, goodness gracious. Okay, got the new seal here, which goes like so. Something like that. Use this as lubricant. Get this seated where it's supposed to seat. Got the new seal on the window, but I'm not gonna be able to get this in by myself, so we're gonna have to wait for her to be done with what she's doing, and she's working on the dash, so let's go check it out. All right, we're gonna try to get this winder in here. Yeah, pull those in. Both of them. There you go. Okay, now. Well, don't scratch my paint. I worked really hard on it. Just wipe it down. There you go. Oh my god, I'm pushing as hard as I can. They made this look way easier in the video. I just want you to know.
Well, also probably professional.
Go for it.
Oh, I can't,
I'll do it from here, actually. I don't like not being able to see what's happening. Hear that? That was the sound of my paint being scratched. Where at? Okay. Well, I gotta keep pressure-ish because it's gonna start popping out. Where are we at?
Right here.
Oh, well, I thought we were way further. Keep pulling then. That side, pop down a little bit more too. This right here.
That's a dangerous move.
This is how you bust your ass.
Dangerous move.
Yeah, because I'm gonna fall backwards when it comes undone. Dangerous move, my ass. It worked beautifully. We're taking a break from the 69 to take Swirl Sally here out for a cruise, and that's because I had some shirts made, one of them being an original nose art Swirl Sally. I have 2 shirts available, one being 100% cotton Swirl Sally shirt, both in black and in white, has the original nose art on the chest, looks pretty good. The second one being a Bulletin 41 with kind of a meatball racing number inspired look. Those come in tri-blend shirts. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're super soft. Definitely my new favorite shirts. They come in like a dark charcoal gray and a tan color. So if you're interested, hop over, pick one up. That's all I'm going to be wearing from now on. I got a dark one for the when I'm working on things, and then I got my tan for my looking nice shirt. So if you're interested, links in below, and there's going to be a thing in the corner, and you know, you'll see them. They're around and about if you want one. And still have some stickers available, so if you want some stickers, go ahead and pick those up. Gonna start working on trying to get some designs for the 69 going for Esmeralda, and maybe even for Bouncing Betty, who's just off camera over there, looking pretty sad without a steering box or a steering column in it. We're getting there. That's gonna get fixed up here shortly, and then we've got some work to do on this. I want some insulation, make this thing a little bit more comfortable to drive down the road. But back to Esmeralda, the 69 C10. Back there driving a truck for the first time. We replaced the fuel pump. It's running a little bit better. It still needs some tuning and probably got weak spark. I don't know if it's running on all 8, but we're getting it back to my great-grandfather's and maybe wrench on it a little bit more and go from there. So, but she looks good in it. She hasn't crashed it yet in the 400 feet we've gone. Okay, as you can see, we got the new bezel in. Looks pretty good on the new paint. We're gonna have to change all of this green and steering column and stuff, but so far it looks pretty good. Okay, it's been a week and we're back down here, 69. We're going to start on the wiring harness here. I'll at least attempt to, because we've got a lot of work to do. And I also forgot my big camera, so we're gonna have to record everything on the phone. Not ideal, but we'll get it done. Now we got to get inside and undo these 2 screws to get that fuse block out, because we're going to be replacing it with that guy there. So let's get to that. As you can see, I got that fuse block out from the other side. Now what I'm going to do is take the engine harness, which I think is this guy right here, engine bay harness, not just the engine harness, but this guy right here, and I'm going to lay it from here with the plug. So that plug's gonna go here, lay it down here, and then just slowly lay the wires in the direction they're supposed to go, so I get a basic idea of what all of this needs to be. So we're gonna do that now. Maybe I'll set up the camera so you can see. Okay, it's been a little while. I actually brought my car over here and hooked up the vacuum and cleaned out this and then hit it with some spray paint just to clean it up a little bit. Because eventually I'm gonna order a battery tray, so I have a battery tray. So I figured I'd get all that cleaned out. It was rotting in there, as you can see all the pitting. So, and I'm gonna be running wires in this area, so I figured I might as well just throw some paint on that. I also got the wiring harness out, as you can see here. So we're now gonna start routing the other one. Sorry if you can't hear me with this wind, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, got this tucked in here, and I just used some vinyl electrical tape for right now to protect it. Some Scotch Super 33. Decent tape, but I want to use the fabric Tessa tape on the rest of the harness. So, but I won't be able to get to this once it's in, so I figured I'd do it now just to protect it from rubbing and splitting wires. Continue on running it then. It's there, kind of, sort of. Okay, new HEI, well, new used HEI system in. Got the engine harness wires laying there. Got the headlight front clip stuff here. So this is the left side, obviously. Then the rest goes over there to the battery and those lights. This is the tail. I haven't ran the tail yet, but I gotta get under there and do all that. I'm not super worried about that. Then I gotta get all this out of here to get the new fuse box in. So that's when I'm gonna start working. But this right here, this is alternator charging stuff. That right there is what we need. We don't need that alternator box or bag. We need that. So we'll go get this in here. First we'll sweep all this crap out, but that is gonna go into there. So let's get that done. I gotta pull this insulation out, which I was really hoping to not have to do because that's gonna be a mess, but okay, I gotta run to the store because the hardware they provided, I can't figure out how it mounts that fuse box. It just doesn't seem to be working, so I don't know if my setup's a little bit different than what they expect, but I'm just gonna take the original bolts, go get some, or screws, get some that will work, and be right back, hopefully enough to get that mounted in before it gets too late. Okay, I got it mounted in there, as you can see. Got it in there, mounted up. It's solid now, so it's not gonna go anywhere. I've already started plugging some things in, as you can see there, up on the steering column. I'm just gonna go through and start plugging the little things in that I can reach and get done now. So I'll tuck this, like high beam, low beam switch, we'll plug that in, which I've got it sitting plugged in. Easy peasy, especially when I have both hands. And then we'll just walk this to where it needs to be, piece by piece. Light switch, some grounds, ignition, which I've got a new ignition switch, so we'll just start going through all this bit by bit and putting them where they belong. Okay, we've got most of the harness in, just about ready to go. We've just got to do that side, which there's not going to be a whole lot to plug in anyways. We got light switch and stuff in, ignition in and shined up, as you can see there. The engine bay. We've got everything ran the way it's supposed to be ran. Nothing's hooked up or pinned yet. That's going to be a long process that I am not going to do at this very moment. What I'm going to do is, this is the tail that needs to be ran along the bottom of the frame. You know, all that type of stuff. That's easy to do. First, I was hoping the new dash pad and new glove box hinge would come in, but it didn't. So now I'm going to put in the rearview mirror because I have that sitting there, and I might as well start making it look somewhat good, and then we'll call it a day from there, I think. New mirrors in. I have the clips for the sun visors coming in with the dash, as well as the hinges and stuff for the glove box. I haven't gotten the actual sun visors yet. They're a little expensive, so piece by piece here, but we'll start getting all this put together and it'll start to look pretty complete. Well, I think that'll be it for this week. I'm a little hot, tired, ready to go to bed. And I still gotta drive a couple hours. So I think we're gonna wrap it there and call it a day.